welcome back to another Ibanez crazy video where myself and Rabea and Pete throughout today we are trying to take you through some of the new Ibanez 2021 stuff, and if you are lucky enough to be watching this video on the day of release, Ibanez are doing a social media takeover, whatever that is, of all the Andertons social channels, where they'll be on hand with special guests through the day to answer your questions about these guitars.
There you go.
In no particular order, what did we do here? We just picked some random guitars that started with the letters R and G.
They're all pretty, they're not very similar to each other, are they?
Not really.
I mean, in terms of spec, I mean, other than the fact that they all have the same shape fundamentally, but they are different guitars.
Yeah, no, we did. There must be about 10 or 12 new RG models downstairs, and we tried to sort of group them somehow, either by price or a specific model, but this is the most eclectic random collection of RGs. Mm-hmm. So we've got a couple of expensive ones, this one and this one. I say expensive, I just mean £1,000 and upwards. We've got a super affordable one, which is Rabea's one, I think, and then we've got a couple of sort of medium-y pricey ones in that one and that one.
So let's take a look at this infinitely memorable RG320EX Z-BKF.
Oh, the classic RJ32X1 BKZ, which I actually prefer over the RG374961RB.
That's exactly it, 90210.
Yes.
But anyway, this is definitely the more affordable end of the spectrum of the new Ibanez guitars. Marenti body.
Marenti?
I've never heard of Marenti.
I've never heard of Marenti.
It sounds cool though.
It does
so
cool.
If you like a bit of genty, get the Marenti.
Is that the strap line, is it?
Want to play genty? Get Marenti. Jatoba fretboard.
Jatoba.
So if you like playing guitar in October, get Jatoba. Well, it's 24 frets, and these are nickel frets, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Because they're not as shiny as stainless steel. On top of that, obviously it's a locking nut, so we don't need locking tuners. Outside of that, bound fretboard, double humbucker, and these are the Quantum humbuckers.
I like it.
And I remembered that because it was close to a film I watched recently, Quantum of Solace.
Who was the baddie in Quantum of Solace? Was that the media tycoon, sort of based on like Rupert Maxwell or Robert Maxwell or whatever his name is? Or is that a different one?
I think I watched Spectre, so all that's in my head now is Spectre from the other day. It's really good
Daniel Craig and all the James Bond fans.
Danny boy. Edge 2 Pro Trem.
Like it.
And the cool thing with any of the Ibanez trems, not that I have tons of experiences, but I find them to be some of the smoother tremolos that you can buy. And it's also worth saying that you've got a trem setter on the back, which for a more affordable model, I'd say that's a pretty nice little feature to chuck in there.
Ibanez is pretty much the only brand
that do this.
That make their own floating trem, don't they? Everyone else just goes, I'll just put a Floyd on it, and you either get one of the licensed one or a real one. But
that's one thing I'm envious.
They've obviously gone, no, we'll do our own thing. Which
I'd love to have that on as a proprietary part of any Floyd Rose grip guitar, because that's really handy.
It's so quick, isn't it, to adjust?
Oh well, that's that guitar.
How much is that?
For $399, it can be yours.
It's a lot of guitar for that money. We should say about satin finish guitars, they are. It's almost like they're sort of magnetic to guitar fingerprinty type things. So once you get a satin finish guitar from any brand, not just Ibanez, you can see the fingerprints that are on there already just from Rabea playing it. They are next to impossible to now get off just because of the nature of the finish. So,
do you know what's funny? I feel like they made satin finish to avoid gloss finish for the reason of fingerprints on gloss finish guitars, but it's kind of backfired.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's like a sort of a hybrid relic, isn't it? A satin finish guitar. You kind of you know that within 5 minutes of playing it, it's never going to look quite brand new again.
Let me take you through the pickups on this little beast. We'll start on the bridge pickup. These are the Quantums, and we'll go through. As I said, there's a 5-way. So running the VX Victory VX, which is the Kraken, with the Keeley Caverns in front. Position 1. That sounds great.
Mama.
Okay, so then position 2. So you can get way more of that spanky. Middle position. And then position 4. And then position, well, the neck pickup. Yeah, it's great. It's a really nice guitar.
Crikey! Right, let's jump from, I think, the most affordable one that we've got to the most expensive one we've got. This is an RG6 PK AG. That sounds like a gun. It's an AK-47 PK AG, multi-missile, 7,000 rounds a second Ibanez RG. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Ibanez fans out there. I can't remember the last time I saw an HSS set of EMGs on an Ibanez guitar.
Well, neither can I. I'm thinking, you know, late 80s, early 90s would
I'm
be
not
the
even
end
sure
of
they
it.
ever came as standard, whether they would have just been retrofitted, but maybe there were artists that had EMGs in there. So we got a couple of SAs here and an 81, ye old famous. There you go. Just, you know, I like the fact that we've got gold logos on the single coils and silver on the humbucker. To match that, we also have a gold low pro edge trem system here.
It looks
gold
like it's
frets. What the heck, man?
No. For me, that guitar screams like 80s hair metal era.
It's totally, it's Spandau Ballet, isn't it?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Like you'd see that guitar hanging up where the kind of gold hardware had done that thing where it oxidized for a while. You'd see tons of guitars like that in shops back in the day.
I mean, a multi-piece neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hang on, I've lost count.
There's that many pieces.
There's like loads and loads of bits of wood glued together. They do that, I think. Again, it's that you know, it just keeps the neck very, very strong and stable. 11 pieces of wood.
Do you think you think that's the structural pros more than tonal pros?
Oh, definitely. As far as I'm aware, multi-ply necks like this is structural.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if there's any, you know, noticeable tone difference by changing that up much. But hey, I could be wrong. The fretboard looks quite rosewoody, and the main body looks quite mahogany-y. I'm just waiting for Noddy in our control room.
African mahogany and rosewood, yes. Cover top.
Just call me
This man knows
the
his
Timber
guitars.
Man. Yeah, that's definitely. So here we go, starting with the neck pickup. These are all adjustable, screwed into the body, just how Eddie said they should be. Not that he ever played this guitar. I think if you're going to be into EMG or any active pickups, you just accept that they're a certain type of tone. I find them quite almost hi-fi sounding. I quite like it with a clean sound. Almost got that LA studio session kind of.
It's like they've bumped the low and the high up a little bit.
Anyway, so that's a classic thing. Of course, the upside with EMG pickups is there's no hum, there's no single coil hum, even though the pickups are single coil. They're also a solid bar pickup rather than pole pieces. So whatever you do in terms of bending and wherever the string is picked up over the pickup, it'll be a nice even kind of volume. Of course, I suspect you want to hear this with some gain. Oh, not that kind of gain though. Let's find a gain that you like.
You can hear the sustain, they compress that EMGs have. It almost sounds like you got a wah-wah on there.
Yeah, it's really nice to play. I mean, Ibanez necks are always, traditional Ibanez necks are on the skinnier side of where I would perhaps normally go, a little bit wider than I would, but that's because I'm more of a traditional Strat player. If you like modern feeling guitars and you're a fan of Ibanez guitars, this won't disappoint. I mean, this is absolutely a kind of a virtuoso, thumb behind the neck, legato style player, which totally isn't me. But there we are. It's very, very pretty. I like it a lot. And I think this is somewhere between 13 and 1400 pounds. Links below to find out more.
It looks classy.
It does. I agree. Right, 3 more guitars. Now I'm going to let Rabea do the blue and the purple one, because strictly speaking, they're the new ones, the newer ones. And Rabea's playing is so much more suited to this style of guitar. But this model, the ABC 964-32 Apollo 14 Z7 Mark II. No, this is an RG421HPAH-BWB.
I thought it was going to be a shorter name then as well.
No, it's totally not. Wouldn't it be great if Ibanez just did a guitar called the 7?
Yeah,
that was
literally
so good. So this guitar here is a hardtail Super Strat with a couple of DiMarzio Fusion edge humbuckers. A Jatoba fretboard, an ash top. Don't know if it's a veneer or a top. It's not very clear. It's probably a veneer, but who knows? I don't want to cast dispergences. That's not even a word. Dispersions. And a NATO body, so like a sort of a mahogany type derivative body.
Right.
Contoured heel joint on the neck, 24 frets. This is the kind of guitar I think if I was going to play Ibanez, I would lean towards.
Really?
Yeah, because I've never really got on with Floyd Rose trem systems, so I'd look for a hardtail, and I kind of like the simplicity of the 2 humbuckers. So let's get the switching. Switch down here means the pickups are always going to be in their humbucking mode. Up means they're going to be coil tapped. So effectively we've got 6 settings here. 3 with the switch that way and 3 with the other way. And we've got a volume and tone.
Pokey.
Really fat and powerful. I swear a lot of that is again to do with the hardtail rather than the fact the pickups are different on these two. But with the coil tap. Every sound on this guitar feels like it wants to go, even in its coil tapped mode. So again, absolutely perfect for someone that likes to play with gain, I guess. So I can't do it. I can't do it, Rabea. I just can't do it. It's not the right sound. It's not the right guitar player. It's not even the right day of the week. So there you go, those tired old blues licks come out. But as this isn't a new guitar
as well, that was all split.
Did it all split? I did that on, okay. So, now, I was reliably informed 2 seconds into doing this video that actually we have had this guitar before in another video with Pete and Rabea. So hey, why don't you go searching on YouTube for RG4212345678910 HPAH-BWB and you can watch that too. Rabea, over to you. Take us home with these last 2.
Alrighty. This I believe to be the second most affordable in the guitars we've got to show today. It's a looker. We got the quilt top veneer, looks like a good quality one at that. NATO body, which has been faded wonderfully. Roasted maple, but I think there's a stain on that too.
I would
Because that would be an extreme amount of
very
roasting.
chocolatey.
It is. And then a Jatoba fretboard. And I like this because it's actually it's not bound, and I prefer the look of it unbound, personally. But then we've got the Fusion X from Damasio, humbuckers, hardtail, we've got the coil split switch, tone volume, and a 3-way.
I kind of like guitars when they've got a little bit of an arched top on them because it catches the light and throws sort of, you know, shapes and shadows in different ways.
And we all love a good shape and a good shadow.
Love throwing shapes.
Right. So, same rig. Here we go. Bridge pickup, full humbucking. The roll-off is pretty drastic, but they sound like pokey pickups. Right, middle position. Powerful. And then, actually, you know what I'll do? I'll roll that off real quick. Just give you a bit of... So, sounds really nice, rolled off.
Good.
And then neck pickup, same idea again. And now, onto the purple Nurple machine.
That's quite expensive. That's prestige, isn't it, the purple?
It is. Oh. So we're looking at the Ibanez
RG652A HMFX-RPB Prestige electric guitar in Royal Plum Burst.
Oh,
there you go.
That wins the longest model number of the day.
I think it does. Royal Plum Burst finish, as you can see, the high gloss, and it looks like a one-piece ash body, as Lee pointed out, and by the looks of things. Oh no, it's a two-piece. It's definitely a two-piece.
I meant one piece as in it's not a separate top, is all I meant.
I understand that. But it's quite misleading, but it's fine. It's all right. We've got a 5-piece maple neck, and then we've got a bird's eye maple fretboard that has also been bound.
Nice.
Aside from that, it's Team J Crafts, it's made in Japan, and then we've got the Damasio, Air Norton, and Tone Zone, and then you've got their sort of super nice hardtail vibe going on there, and a 5-way.
Play us out till the cards run out.
All right.
We're on a 3-minute warning here, and then that's it. We're out of it.
Here we go. Goto 510 locking tuners 2.
Thank you very much for watching, everybody. More Ibanez videos on this channel today and maybe every day. Please like and subscribe. I've been the Captain.
I've been Rabea.
Bye.